it's Sarah. Welcome to today's video. We're going to look at the energy for Leo in March 2022. This applies to Leo sun, moon, and rising sign. If you're new to my channel, I talk about astrology, tarot, affirmations, and things that will help make your life easier and invite more happiness in. If this seems like something you would be interested in, then why not consider subscribing? Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be using the Ascended Masters Oracle deck, which is a beautiful deck, and I think it's going to give us the insight we need to find out what's really going on with Leo. And of course, this is my take on the energy in the cards. Because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. I will also be drawing another card from the Crystal Oracle deck to see which is the best stone for you to work with in the month of March. Okay, Leo, the first card we're going to draw will be what energy are you bringing forward from February into March. Let's do this. Let me shuffle really quickly. Oh, nice, very nice. The card is the power of joy. I think you've learned in the past that to manifest the desired outcome, you have to follow the path of joy. Your life's purpose, Leo, is supported by joy and passion you feel when you're thinking about or working on something that aligns with your higher self and your purpose. The joy that you feel with relationships keeps them alive and exciting and growing. When they're not there, we know that there's something wrong, that maybe it's time to move on, whether it's a job that's become stagnant or a relationship. Of all the emotions, joy has the highest vibration. I think you really found that out in February when you realized all you had to do was stay positive and stay in that higher vibration, and you were able to manifest all kind of wondrous opportunities, all kind of great outcomes, and you were able to ease problems. If you haven't already experienced this, I would say you are going to be experiencing it very soon. And don't forget, we can tap into this higher vibe energy anytime. Joy reminds us that we don't have to suffer. We can fulfill our purpose, we can take care of all our responsibilities, and we can move forward on our soul's path without suffering. It is optional. So many people forget that. So many people forget that we can heal with joy and happiness. So by keeping your vibration high, by focusing on the positive, you've been able to really move forward over the last couple of weeks. And like I say, if this hasn't shifted for you yet, you can expect it soon. Try and focus on the positives surrounding the situation. Manifest from that state. Find the humor in situations and laugh when you can. Enjoy the ride and don't take this too seriously, because very soon you'll be past this set of problems and challenges and on to bigger and better things that will definitely warm your heart and make you smile and laugh. So a very good start to this reading. I'm going to shuffle. We're going to draw the next card, which will be your biggest obstacle or problem for the month. Okay, and the next card is Priorities, King Solomon. And actually this card follows the power of joy in the deck, which is interesting. So this can be a struggle for everyone, not just Leos, in setting priorities and sticking to them. This is not a skill that's taught, and it's something we have to learn, to pick out the most important task and to focus on it. And most often it's a task that we don't want to do for whatever reason, and therefore it gets pushed to the back and pushed to the back and pushed to the back constantly until it becomes much bigger and much more daunting than it was when we first started. So it's time to shift that mindset and work on what's really important. It can be troublesome and trying to stay focused on things we don't like to do or things we don't like to even contemplate tackling. But it's time to devote yourself to the highest priorities, probably the biggest obstacles in your life right now. If you're thinking about moving, that could be the almost overwhelming job of of starting to pack up and actually downsize some of the stuff so you can move. Same thing with selling the house. It could be letting go of something that you've had for a while and you're probably really invested in. Leos love travel and adventure, but they have to have a safe place to return to and a safe place to store all their wonderful treasures in. For that reason, home is very important to you. So even if you're confused about how to approach this project, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your home, it could be changing jobs, it could be signing the divorce papers, it could be something like that. Something very large and life-altering is happening, and you have done everything you could basically to ignore it, and that's okay. That's okay. The time was not right. But guess what? The time is right now. If you can face this obstacle, you will accomplish so much and you'll be so much closer to your dreams. Think about how you're going to feel when this is over. Think about the joy. Think about the wondrous energy this is going to free up. So it's time to let go of procrastination and perfectionism. Break your major goals down into baby steps and take one step at a time. And then set a schedule that actually works for you, where you can devote time on a regular basis to this priority. Be assertive and say no to anything that diverts you from your path, because you're at the ideal point to get past this. And it may not be as easy to overcome this challenge in 6 months or even in 3 months. So take advantage of this golden opportunity now and move forward. I'm going to shuffle and we're going to look at your biggest asset for the month. And the card is Serapis Bay, Go Now. Okay, this goes right along with the other cards, doesn't it? It's time to get busy. It's time to go. Either away from a toxic situation or towards something you desire. This card signals that it's the right time to make your move. The conditions are ripe and perfect, and the universe is poised to support you on this journey. So, it's time. It's time that we get moving and we get past this obstacle. That is our biggest asset, moving forward, facing this challenge, because there's never been a better time to get past it. So whatever it is you're contemplating doing, know that the universe has your back and it only gets better from here. So if you're leaving a job, quitting a toxic relationship, moving, starting a new side hustle, or maybe a new career, no more excuses. It's time. It's time to do it. This is a really interesting reading, isn't it, Leo? But that's the thing with the Ascended Master cards. They're very different and they're very concise and to the point. And in my opinion, they're not as fluffy as a lot of the oracle decks are. And be sure and watch not just your sun sign, but your moon and ascending sign too. Okay, I'm going to shuffle and the next card will be your home life. Okay, and the card is Positive Change. This is a Hindu goddess of mountains, marriage, and household. So it's very interesting that it falls under home life. You're at a different phase in your life right now, Leo. What you used to like, what you used to not care for, suddenly all of that's changing. You've outgrown situations that once appealed to you, and you're basically a new person. These are positive developments signaling your spiritual growth. These are good things, but you may find that your current situation doesn't fit any longer because you don't like the same things. You're not down to doing the same activities. Your career may not be working and your relationships may not be working. And some of these situations are actually blessings in disguise, as they're pushing you to make necessary and positive changes that push you out of your comfort zone, because you probably aren't looking forward to looking for a new job or moving across the country, because those are big tasks. But this card signals not only is it time, it's the push you need to move past this and to get out of your comfort zone. In so many areas of your life, you see that you're at a crossroads or a flux. You can stay in your comfort zone, stay where you are, stay in the current relationship, stay in the current home, stay in the current career. But what's really working? Ask yourself what's making you happy and what is something you're just making time in or quietly enduring. And be honest with yourself. This is not about you breaking up today and selling your house tomorrow and moving, to another country next week. This is about taking baby steps, one step at a time, and understanding that you have the power to change your life and to move in any direction you want. It will take courage, but Leo has that. Leo has so much courage and so much ambition and so much determination. All you have to do is remember that and tap into it, and this will be a breeze. So I think your home life is changing dramatically, and if it doesn't change in March, it will be changing very soon. Big changes for you, but they're all positive, Leo. Face the fear and move forward. Okay, the next card, I'm going to actually draw 2 cards for the next sector, which will be your romantic life. And they are Follow Your Heart, St. Francis, and yoga. And you may be wondering how yoga is going to play out in this for a romantic situation. So if we look at single Leo natives, you may be striving for direction, peace, trying to figure out what's gone wrong in the last several relationships. Or it could be that you're really not meeting anybody that's interesting. People are okay, but there's not any relationships happening that are breathtaking. You're not having huge romantic encounters like you have in the past. So you could be at a kind of a crossroads as to what's happening. I think that you're changing and you're outgrowing some of the beliefs that you had before about romance and about relationships. And this is really a good thing. The yoga card teaches us that we need to calm down. We need to settle down and stop always yearning for things, yearning for the next relationship, yearning for the next big thing that's going to make us happy. And we need to work on balancing our personal energy. When our energy is not balanced, we end up very easily getting off track, ignore red flags in relationships, or continuing in toxic relationships when we know we should step away or end it. But that's not all. If our energy isn't balanced, we end up getting overly tired, fatigued, irritated, and also this could add to our stress level, which then adds to anxiety, and then before you know it, we're stressed out and we're definitely not living our best Leo life. Yoga will help us center our energy, help us get back on track, and we can find clarity and deep healing. Not only do we gain, flexibility and physical toning, yoga done correctly will also open your psychic awareness. It will help you with focus. It will help you with clarity, and it will help you to grow spiritually. So if you're looking for answers or directions about perhaps someone from the past or wondering why the relationships lately just haven't been working out, we'll begin a yoga program today. And the same goes for partnered Leos. If you're kind of stuck in a situation of really not knowing what to do because you are at those crossroads, whether it's moving your family by taking a different job or maybe something to do with the relationship, practicing yoga will help you too. Also, it's time you follow your heart. You can trust your heart's desires. Even if you can't clearly see how the outcome will appear or how it's going to manifest, you can trust that you'll make the right decision. This is a situation where you're called upon to walk in faith and trust yourself. And know that the universe also has your back, which is not always easy. And it's not easy for fixed signs, which Leo is a fixed sign. Even necessary change that we are instigating can be difficult because change is difficult. But know that the universe will ensure that your needs are met and will help you with your relationship in the way that is most beneficial for all parties involved. Trust your feelings are accurate and valid. And go with your heart. If your heart says stay, then stay. If your heart says go, then go. You're guided to make important decisions that will affect long-term happiness of yourself and your partners. Same thing with, whether or not to move your family across the country. Trust your gut feeling, trust your heart. You are receiving divine guidance from your higher self, from the ascended masters, from spirit. Trust in that and you'll make the right decision. This is a really powerful time for you, Leo. For a while, you've been feeling like you were stuck in neutral and now things are changing. The thing is, they're changing rapidly. So you need to get some of these situations under control before the opportunities really start coming forward. Deep reading here. I'm going to draw the next card, which will be the outcome or where you're likely to be at the end of March if you continue on the path you're on now. And the card is clear and shield your energy. So this is an interesting card. And I know that not everyone who follows astrology or tarot actually understands energy medicine or the practicalities of energy work. But never fear, as your friendly neighborhood energy worker, I can help you. I got you. So this card is telling you basically watch your energy. It's getting out of whack because you are moving forward. You're doing lots of changes. You're making rapid changes in your life. And there are some people in your circle who are toxic. Let's just be honest. Dealing with these people sometimes is necessary. And because of that, you may pick up some negative energy and you have to get rid of it. Just like when we walk outside, even though we avoid mud puddles, occasionally we get mud on our shoes and we track it back home, right? The same thing happens with energy. Even though we avoid negative people or toxic people, occasionally that energy gets on us. And if we're not careful, we will track it back home. And this could be a problem. And this really becomes an issue when we look at all the change happening in your life. You're going to have to move out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to face some of these bigger obstacles that are not exactly tough things or negative things, but they are going to require you to have clarity and focus to be able to move through them. So you need to be at your best. And there are many different ways you can clear your energy field. You can call on the Ascended Masters. You can call on Archangel Michael. You can call on your guides. You can go to an energy worker. You can have a Reiki session. You can email me and I can do something long distance for you. There are many different ways you can approach this. If you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling depressed or negative, that's a sign that you really need to clear your energy. Keep your energy as positive as possible because you have a lot of things going on this year. And they're positive things, don't get me wrong, they are, but they're going to require your concentration and your clarity. And I think this is going to be one of those game-changing months for you. This will set the course for the rest of the year. So it's really important you do everything you can this month to stay healthy, make good decisions, and move forward. Okay, this was a heavy reading, Leo. We're going to draw one more card, which will be the best stone to work with. And I'm going to draw from the Crystal Oracle deck. Oh, and the card is Bronzite. Interesting. This is a commonly overlooked stone. Bronzite will help you keep your head clear when you're under a lot of pressure or stress. It's also used in crystal medicine to help you fight infection. And it's also a protective stone. It helps repel and send back any negative energies directed at you. It will assist you in achieving a state of certainty, hence it allows you to adapt to the appropriate path easily without second guessing yourself. It's a stone that also connects to both the root chakra and the solar plex chakra. It's an underrated stone for battling anxiety and stress and overwhelm, and it will help you remain professional, calm, and good thinking in business as well as in personal matters. It will help you get through each day more positive and more cheerful. Bronzite will help you get rid of feelings of doubt, uncertainty, and insecurity. If you're feeling uncomfortable at work, I would suggest you take a piece of bronzite and keep it with you during the workday, as well as, if possible, wear bronzite. This is a great stone to have in your toolbox and a great stone to use anytime, but especially in March. I hope you enjoyed this little mini reading. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and being a part of the Serenity family. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.